I love it. I love the document, Extreme Learning by Mobbing on the Bottleneck. This says recording. Is it recording yet?
Yes, it's recording.
Okay, good. I'm still new to Google Meets. Rainer, great to see you. Hello, Rainer.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes, for me, good evening. It's 9:30.
9:30. Okay.
For you, 9:30 in the morning, right?
In the morning, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, now we are really exactly 12 hours. So we are
12 hours. Yeah.
really at the opposite end of the world.
Maybe.
Well, good. We can do around the clock development then.
Yes, yes, you're right. We should use this opportunity.
The agenda I would like to execute with is first, do we have a change in capacity? Did anyone join, or did we have additional volunteers since 48 hours ago when we last spoke?
I spoke to one of our shareholders, Stefan, about our meeting yesterday. And since he's working at Mercedes-Benz Research, he knows the head of MBOS. And maybe that I thought it makes sense to invite him for our next meeting. So he also helps where he can with our mission, and he's very active. Yeah, not very active. He's active in the Wikipedia. So he got, I think, the second rank that you can get there.
Wow.
Which makes it quite easy for him to make minor changes. So it would be very easy for him to link YouTube videos we create from the, for example, from the extreme programming and the extreme manufacturing articles. And this normally boosts clicks in his experience. So I also informed some other shareholders. They won't work for us full time. Of course, they have other jobs, but they can do minor tasks. I wouldn't say minor, but that don't take so much time, like giving us feedback for our videos and things like that.
Perfect. Thank you, Patrick. It sounds like maybe the capability is increasing. Maybe the folks who can do this,
I hope. Yeah.
Increasing. I will share this. I thought wonderful. Can't share your screen. I still did not fix whatever my issue is because during recording. Okay, maybe you can share the Google Doc you put together, Mobbing at the Bottleneck. I will propose this is our likely list of projects that we can mob on.
I share my screen. And yeah, we can work together in the document since it's a Google Doc. Okay, so now everyone can see.
Privacy. Oh, wow. Screen recording. Here we go. Sorry, I'm multitasking. I think I teach everyone not to do this. Allow apps. Yeah. How do what? Okay, this will take maybe too much time. It's not something I easily see how to do. Okay, but thank you for sharing. I hope to solve my problem someday. Okay. What I will propose is we pick one of these that's ready, if any of these are ready, and we try to do it now for at least a few minutes.
I think two of them would be ready. So the first two of them, we could mob online now and on the Extreme Learning online game, the English version. So I got the idea yesterday, since you said, okay, you want to to post this now if people can enroll there. And we figured, okay, we only have a German version, but you also have a big international audience. So I created an English version just with Google Translate and some fixing. But since you're the expert, our English expert, of course, in this round, we could mob on this. Or, of course, for the people that are not familiar with the term mobbing at the bottleneck, I think I learned this term from you also. You could give a short introduction about what it actually means and why does it make sense? What does it have to do with extreme learning and agile and the context we are working in?
Awesome. Well, that's easy enough. If we can snip items out of this video recording, we can just do it right here, and we can talk about that right now and make some progress. Make a version 1.
Mm-hmm.
Mobbing at the bottleneck. First, mob is when you have a group of people all working on one problem together instead of working separately alone. Only one of them is working. Maybe it's editing a contract, so they're typing, or maybe it's drawing CAD, or maybe it's on the phone with a vendor, or maybe it's fixing a robot or welding something. Only one person is doing it. They're called the driver. Then there's another person called the navigator who is giving them direction and advice. Now, the navigator is not necessarily more senior. They're practicing giving them direction and advice. They might be more junior. They're also checking the work, so you have 2 sets of eyes on it. Then typically you have another 1 to 3 other people called the mob. The mob is also doing quality check, but they're not talking to the driver at the same time. That would be distracting. Instead, they quietly make tips to the navigator. The reason this is not a waste of time is you need no review afterwards. You have so many sets of eyes on it simultaneously that you have nearly as high quality as possible in one pass. Secondly, in normal work, when most people work alone, we get stuck and we send an email to ask for advice, or we wait in line to get information. That's all gone in mob. In a group of 3 to 5 people, you are almost never blocked. So the rate of progress is not interrupted. As a result, the data is in. This has been measured by Zozo Japan, Yahoo Japan, many companies in Silicon Valley. Hunter specializes in producing measurements of this. As a result, it's much faster to have 5 people with only 1 person working and 4 watching than to have 5 people working alone. As counterintuitive as that sounds, that's the concept of mob. Now, who's the driver and the navigator rotates through everyone in attendance. The people in the mob set the turret. Average, they choose 7 minutes. So the teams choose, but typically every 7 minutes you have a new driver and a new navigator, and it goes through everyone in the group. Now, you are allowed to say pass and skip me. But if you're being skipped, if you're choosing to be skipped often, you're likely in the wrong mob. And then that comes to other algorithms like the law of 2 feet, where you can self-assign to something where you could add more value. That's the idea of mob. Mobbing at the bottleneck is something I observed from Elon Musk when I was working in Tesla. This is definitely not unique to Tesla, but that's where it became apparent to me. Elon Musk works wherever the bottleneck is in the Musk companies. I mean, not like asking for information or telling people what to do, but joining the mob, doing the engineering. Maybe it's a jammed robot or a broken elevator, whatever is the bottleneck. Elon is there working on it in rotations with everybody. And the reason this is practical, no matter where the bottleneck is because at least 1 person in the mob has some domain expertise. So they start as the navigator. And by rotating driver and navigator in short order, you have a whole team of people with some skill in making progress. And even if 4 out of 5 people are brand new to that skill, 4 of them will then demonstrate tremendous amounts of creativity because of their newness to the approach. So that's also not a bad thing. Now, wherever the bottleneck is, that is where Elon is. When the engineering improves, or the problem improves, or the supplier delivers, or the elevator gets fixed, or whatever the issue, Elon then goes to the next bottleneck. This is the practice called mobbing at the bottleneck. Again, this is not unique to Tesla, but that's where I observed it. The idea of bottleneck is explained very well many places. I will recommend Eli Goldratt's book, The Goal, Theory of Constraints. And the bottleneck is explained by Herbie. Herbie is the slowest kid in a line of kids on a hike, and it pulls the whole line of kids slower. So finding where your Herbie is, your bottleneck, that's the improvement point. That's the weak link in the critical chain. Now, the idea then of mobbing on wherever the bottleneck is not new. However, it's incredibly powerful and is essentially what makes the Musk they do. That is the normal practice. In extreme learning, I'm super excited about having people learn mobbing at the bottleneck as part of their academia instead of having to learn that once they join the workforce. They already know. In fact, they could be recommending it when they join the workforce and bringing that to companies.
Great. Thank you very much for this introduction to mobbing at the bottleneck. This will also be part of our curriculum to explain, of course, what it is, because people will do it then afterwards. We also have some more background about why this actually makes sense in a company context, and it's really not a waste of resources like at the first glance you might think. I really like this concept also, thinking about the quality of work or the quality of working together with other people in order for having more fun at working. So finding work more fulfilling, communicating with other people, aligning people more to the mission of the company, because you work with different people from different departments together, which you don't usually do when you're in a command and control hierarchy organization. I would like to show this next. So the next thing we could do is really work at the bottleneck. So our bottleneck is the product and selling the product. Actually, it's the same thing, because our product begins with the website and the form there. So I would present my screen again.
Yes, please, Patrick. Let's do it.
You can see my screen now.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So here's a link to the website. This was the website yesterday. So our new deployment has an English version. And this English version, yeah, Agile is fast. So we are fast, of course. We deploy every day. And
Wunderbar.
We also have the most collaborative in IT I know really is Google Workspace, where you can just with a click, I can add Joe as an editor to this site, and then we can have a look together at the English that Google Translate and me together put here. And then someone who actually speaks the language can look at it, and you can. So normally have you gotten an email, or I can send you the edit link. We can try if you yourself can really work on and change.
The only challenge is typically the driver shares their screen, and I seem to have an issue with screen sharing while I'm recording. I still haven't figured out that security permission, but we can try. What I know.
I can be the driver. You can be the navigator.
We can start this way. and I'll start a 7-minute timer. Here, I'll just use my phone. I love the website mobtai.me, but it'll be even faster to just set a 7-minute timer on my phone, and we'll see where we are at the end of that turn and get started. Okay. Playful learning, realize new career opportunities as software developer and Scrum Master. Does learning programming in a team sound completely new and exciting for you, but you would have no idea about how to start a team, and you are also not sure if this is really for you? And you are sure you want to learn something new, advance your career, and have more fun at work? We have just the thing for you. In our 6-month programming course, designed as a role-playing game, you have a lot of fun together with your fellow players, and the game will prepare you for a new career at the same time. In the game, you will travel in time, get to know other universes, develop software, and choose a company where you will later work. If you're curious now, just start playing the game without obligation and find out if you enjoy a career in the extreme learning startup enterprise. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. It's very clear. Startup enterprise mixed reality extreme learning role-playing game. Okay, there is some German there, but I don't know if that would affect an English reader. I don't know what word nicht gefällt.
Yeah, this is just because I'm logged in with my Google Workspace account.
Okay, no problem.
So on another, if someone else sees this, either if they are not logged in a Workspace account, it won't show at all. It just you just see the email form, or you see it in English or your language,
Genau.
whatever your language is.
Genau. With which email would you want to participate in the game? Looks perfect. I'm
Really?
sure there's
No.
more. I'm sure there's even slightly more natural word choice, but something I'm beginning to believe is that using slightly unconventional but easy to understand word choice actually makes something more memorable. I'm having much better experience on my website translating from Japanese than me writing it in native English, because the word choice comes across as slightly unconventional but easy to understand, and people seem to remember it better. It's more memorable. So I'm actually much less worried about having it sound perfectly the same habits everyone uses. In any case, this is very smooth anyway. This is great, I think.
Okay, then we can go to the next step, which would be just actually you could try your email and see if the form
what I
works.
Want to do is sign up. Did you just email me the link, or is it in the Google chat site shared with you? That's the edit link. I'd like the public facing link, and I'll attempt to enroll.
Okay, I will send the public facing link.
Thank you so much. Oh, this is awesome, Patrick.
The link is in the chat.
Wonderful. And by the way, we're only halfway through our first turn. We're 3.5 minutes in out of 7, so wonderful speed. Okay, I'm opening the chat, and I'm going to the link. Thank you so much, Patrick. Okay, I'm not able to share my screen at the moment, but you can share what I'm seeing. You know what I'm seeing.
Right now, then there will be sent an email. I can share what you're seeing. You are seeing actually, it's not so different from the edit view.
Adol.com.
So you just enter your email there, and then since right now this is connected, so you will hopefully get an email from my email account automatically.
Okay,
this is
there is something slightly strange. Sorry, Patrick. Please go ahead. I got excited because I saw an opportunity, but please go ahead.
So when you fill out the form, then an automatic mail will be sent. It will be sent from my email account, so I can see, and I can also show the mail that you got already, I think.
I have just put in the Google Doc, which is not the right place for it, but I've just put in the Google Doc a screen capture of what I saw on the website when I submitted my email. It is German, which for me logged in English speaker is challenging. So here's an opportunity to make it more smooth for a non-German speaker, a non-Deutsch speaker.
Okay, so I will go in the form. Can you see it? Yes.
Yes, I can.
So this is just the view of just the form, not embedded in the website. And now we see the editor where you can change the content of the form. And now I don't know where.
Right? See if we can find it together.
Yeah, they hit this. I think it's here. So that's the confirmation message.
Yes,
and
they haven't passed. Yes,
yeah.
that's what I see. That's
Okay.
it. Okay, so that's the text. Is there ability to add an English equivalent?
Yeah, I can just type anything. So you could tell me what you would expect when after you send the form. What should people see?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what the German is right now, but
I can tell you what it just says. You've got mail. This is Sie haben Post.
Oh yeah, Sie haben Post. Yep, you've got mail.
You've got an email, and then it says look in the spam folder of your email software and look for an email with the subject mixed reality Rollenspiel, role play.
Okay, that was a 7-minute duration. I think we made some great headway already. I say continue. Sorry, this is when we would switch driver role. I just don't have my capabilities set up. My security is still blocking me. So if you're okay, I'll ask that we continue. But by way of example, anyone watching the video can see how far we went in even just one 7-minute turn. That is a wonderful version 1. I'm sure we all agree. And from here, it's a matter of what tone we want to meet the customer with. I'll tell you, I tend to use a playful tone, even professionally, because I find when people are learning something new, it's easier if they're relaxed and in a playful mood, if they think of it as a game, even if the work is actually serious. So I like the you have mail with a smiley face. That's already nice. I like it, whatever that means. Let's ask our real customers, but I like it. And then I'd say I would wish for it to say something like, we're starting your mixed reality journey as soon as you enter that email. The game starts, the game has started. Welcome. You know, I would
So
like
just
that.
Yeah, we write what you like. That's
Oh,
the benefit.
what we like. Sorry, I
Yeah,
just finished teaching a class.
Please tell me how you
telling when I really need to be listening a lot more. Let's collaborate is what I'm trying to say. Let's be a team.
So how did you what were you saying before? Welcome? No. You have mail and then?
I'm actually better than the chat. I just started to put it in the chat in the Google Doc.
Like this?
I can type in real time. So below this image, I just deleted it.
I see you here. Yeah.
I'll start typing. You've got mail. Welcome
Where did
to
you
your mixed Is it not showing up? I'm underneath the image in case you need to scroll down.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. I haven't seen, I did not see the image before. You could mail welcome to your Mixed Reality Global and
I don't know what Rollenspiel is. What's Rollenspiel? Role play?
oh, role play. It's role play. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, you did the right thing. You actually typed with me. I don't know what the actual subject is. Maybe I don't know what email was sent, but role play and role-playing games sound slightly different. Role play is often used in English to mean a lot of different things and has some.
Okay.
Honestly, it's role-playing game. We think of specifically video games. Role play can mean, I don't. Maybe I'm overthinking this. I'd recommend role-playing game.
I mean, of course, we can change the subject of the email also in the next 5 minutes. So we can just put the subject we think is good here, and then adjust it in the mail.
Maybe. Mixed reality, global, and advanced classroom. This will be that sounds a little cocky.
Before you said something like, now you're already in the game, which I really like, because I think the text also starts, so when entering the email and pressing the send button, you basically really already started the game. So I thought this was a good idea. Maybe, I don't know, I would just delete this sentence, because me personally, I have like negative associations with a classroom. So I don't know.
I like it. Well, you know what's happening is now it's somewhere where I can type. So I'm being driver and you're navigating me. So now I can finally take my turn. Please continue. What else would you like to modify? I'm ready.
That's actually it. I think it should not be too long. You've got mail. Now you're already in the game. So this, I think this is great. Please read the email and then you can choose your next. Please read the email and then choose. If the email doesn't show up, of course, please check. For the second sentence, maybe we can go and look in the email and have read the actual mail, see if that.
Yeah. I didn't read it, so I aspirational thinking on my part.
Yeah, you guessed quite good. Because in the mail, do we see the mail now?
Oh yeah, and the email says welcome in the mixed reality game. That is strange for me.
Yeah, I have to change this title to the title we just created here. So of course, this is easy. I can.
Oh, I like this text. I mean, again, I'm not our target user. We should ask users. But by the way, I like this text. The game begins. You are playing yourself, just in another universe, another time. That's wonderful. Saturday, October 1, 2022, Eastern Daylight Time. You just finished studying to be a developer and Scrum Master at Fair University, and the following companies applied to you to become your employer: Fiat, Chrysler, Opel, Maserati, Stellantis. Yep. Karcher, Europe Car. Awesome. All three companies invited you for interview. What do you do now? First go to. This is great. And you do then make your next move. I super guess.
Yes, that's why.
What happened. This is great. You are already in the game. Oh, Rainer, Patrick, you folks are amazing. This is extreme learning.
I hope so. Yes, we designed this to be extreme learning.
Gentle people, I'm having impossibly too much fun. However, I also need to be cognizant of my next appointment. Luckily, we meet again in another 48 hours. What did I want to say? The recording I forwarded last time, unfortunately, Patrick, only to you. Was it able to be shared with Rainer, and were you able to open it?
Yeah, of course. I already published it on YouTube. Yeah. I started correcting the subtitles.
Yes, thank you.
And yeah, worked perfectly. So please, as soon as you have this recording, also publish or give us the access, and
yes,
we will work on it then immediately. So for you, it's okay to invite Steffen for the meeting on here. It's Saturday in Germany. For you, it's still Friday.
It's more than okay for me. Ideally, this would become a group of 5, and then at some point we would have another group of 5 working in parallel on a separate agenda item and just continue to scale out. So I would love that, Patrick. I have zero reservation, only happiness.